rough edge around it. And so instead of, once I've got it mounted, I'll show you some other options for further enhancement or different techniques for actually mounting or matting papyrus or matting any picture. But in this case, they want the deckled edge showing. So it's going on, it's not going in a particular big frame, but it is just going on to this black backing, which I've already pre-cut to size. So at this point in time, what I want to do, I'm going to flip it over onto the white side actually. Might get a little bit white fright on the top. I only use 4, and we may use more if we decide to put some down in the centre there, but I don't really think that we'll need it in that point. Now, what I'd done when I'd cut through that that board, I'd roughly cut it 20 mil in from the edge, and so I can see here on the table pretty much where that slot is going to be relative to the tape that I'm putting there, and the slot is actually cut away. So it's a reverse bevel, so the slide is away from the artwork. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a little hinge tape on the end there. Something else that's popular is adding a fillet. Fillets make a lot of difference to these sorts of things. Like I've just got a very decorative one here, but it should show up okay on the camera because we've got this sort of bright gold. Now again, that may go where they use a fillet on the inside and around it, or likewise a fillet outside and still have that edge. Now you can have any various combination of using background colour that you mount the papyrus to, combinations of mounts, mats, fillets to enhance it to your client or your needs. And that's normally where it's best to hold those things up and say, here's a few ideas. And just see how the finish is. See if there's any dust. So now at this stage I'd turn it over. We've actually got our papyrus in there, and I'll give it a bit of a clean and say same sort of thing, spray it on the surface. Often they'll tell you don't, and it's like you see me spraying the glass here, be careful, some frames are susceptible to glass cleaner, so often you'll read, or even the glass manufacturers will tell you, spray the cloth and use the damp cloth and then have a wet cloth and a dry cloth.